Hi everyone, it's Scrappy Kathy working through the 30 days of sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life and the Scraptember prompts that go with those from Laura Alberts and the Scrappy Sisters Oz, Jessica Ware and Katie Scott. And today's sketch this is day 24 that I'm doing today. And this is my little clip of stuff I gotta do. So day 24 I'm doing today. I've done day 25. That's a design team layout for Dotty About Flair. I have 26, 27, 28 to do. 29th and 30th I've done. And that's it. And I've done Challenge Accepted and Mixed Media Frenzy. All I haven't done is I haven't done tomorrow. I'm recording this on the 18th. So tomorrow there's a Scrap Squad Sunday video due. And next Sunday's video, I've gotten the lift ahead of time, thanks to Keely Brennan, and I'll be doing that. So I'm catching up. I'm trying to leave Tuesday, if the mold remediation gods set all the stars into alignment. So let you look at the sketch again. This is one I've done before. It's a page map sketch, and it's got 6 photos in their sketch. A piece of paper that goes vertically behind it, and a piece that goes horizontally that you rest your title on, and then there's a little journaling down there. Well, I didn't have just 6 photos I wanted to use. Somebody was talking about the playhouse and bat cave that we made out of a couple garden sheds back in 2008 when we first moved to Georgia after retiring. And so I found 9 photos that I wanted to use. This is what it looked like when it was like a little garden shed, tool shed, and a lean-to. And the lean-to was covered so you could put like lawnmowers and stuff, that it was okay for them to be outside, but you didn't want to get drenched in the rain. And there's a gate that went to the lean-to, led to the lean-to. So the first thing we did was we painted the fence. Let me get this in frame. We painted the fence this bright ultramarine blue and cut a triangle and a hexagon out of it and put plexiglass windows. And this is a picture of the kids, Katie and Barrett, inside looking out. So that was going to be the future bat cave for Barrett. And we had a set of paints that we were going to be using on different projects, and we painted the fence, each picket a different color. So that was kind of fun. Then we did the inside of the tool shed. We furnished it with IKEA furniture. We put light hanging lanterns, and we had a cabinet. This cabinet had actually come out of the kitchen. We were redoing the kitchen completely inside the house. So we pulled one of the cabinets over, cleaned it up, put a top on it, and set it up as a little storage area for play stuff, toys and stuff like that for the kids. There was already a shelf up there, so we just painted it. We painted the ceiling yellow and the walls pink, and we put this, this is a lavender color. We put these artificial plants that I'd been schlepping around from one place to another. They had been part of some display somewhere, and I just didn't want to throw them away. And we put them to use there. We had another cabinet from the kitchen that we painted white, and we got dishes and cookware and utensils from IKEA. And you've probably seen me use some of these little bowls to hold my embellishments for projects. and even like a little silverware door. So we had all that inside this cabinet. Then the last thing we did was we painted the shed, this shed that was the same color. You go. That was the same color as the house. We painted it lime green. We had painted the door kind of a light pink. We painted it lime green, and the trim was hot pink. So you can kind of see it here. All the pictures I took of it, or all the pictures I could find, have greenery or something in front. So you can kind of see it there. And here's another photo that kind of shows the slide. And so it was all part of this little fun set of activities for the kids. We had the slide put in for the kids and the little pool, basically because Ava at the time was kind of scared of the big pool. And then here you can kind of see the colors well. We did a kind of a crisscross, and there was actually some stenciling that occurred. I've got some stencils that were like paisley, and this is just a fun memory. We moved into this house and did all this work late 2008, early 2009, and we moved here to this house kind of partway in 2011 and all the way in 2013. 2013, maybe 2012. We rented out the house because we hadn't had any luck selling it. So anyway, this was a fun time, and our retirement was all about the kids, and so we kind of created a wondrous and magical park in the backyard for the kids. And they thoroughly enjoyed it. I've got so many photos of them playing here. Barrett actually enjoyed kind of playing in here with the girls. And then they would go, we set up his bat cave. I don't have any photos at all of the inside of his bat cave, but we kind of set it up with, he was into little like plastic tool kits and stuff like that. So we kind of set it up as a tool shed and then a place for him to hang his Batman costume and Spider-Man costume and so forth. So he had a great time. Anyway, let's get to making the page. With a photo collage that's this big, I don't think I'm gonna need a whole lot of other stuff, and I may not have room for the title I want to use. I want to use something from this family fun collection from Simple Stories. I like the word fun. I like good times. That would probably be my first choice. But since this is all about playing, I may just try to fit the word play in there somewhere. And it's got little colored dot lights on the black background, and this actually gave me the idea to do this page in neon colors on a black background. So let's try this. Let's try this at home. The other papers I'm going to use, this is a Vicky Bouton color study paper that I'm going to use both sides of. I don't need that. I've cut these bits for above and below the photo, and then this to come out to the side. And I've got these neon colored library card envelopes from that I ordered from Redefined Creative, Christina Storge's company. And the colors were perfect because this is the color scheme that I used to paint that little shed. And I still have those cans of paint. They're way probably not able to be used, but I just can't bring myself to throw them away because they're so pretty. So I'll probably find something that's a one-off that I can paint and leave outside, or something that it doesn't matter if the paint is good or not, if the paint sticks or not. But I'd have something that color. And I have a tray full of things. The Scraptember prompt is wood veneer, so I've got a bunch of little wood veneer items in there to add to it. So let me glue this guy down. I'm going to glue it a little bit over to the left so that if I have any room at all for a title, I can actually use it there. Let me put that there. I'm going to move it kind of way over there. Okay, and I used a collage program called Collage Maker Plus or something like that, or Collage Maker Pro, to do the collage. And if I had it to do over again, I did it quickly before printing it. I might make the little seams a little bit smaller so the photos could be larger, or so that the overall dimension could be smaller. But it has a text option, so I kind of wrote some journaling, if you will, on the page. Let me do that, and I'm gonna eyeball that, make sure it's somewhat parallel. Let me see if I can get this one in approximately the same place. And I'll make them different, kind of stick out different amounts. This is probably way bigger than I need. So I'm gonna cut some of it off, because I can always use a scrap of pink for whatever. Let me do this, and then I have this as a, this was gonna kind of come out from the pink. I can put the pink there and maybe scooch that like that, just because I didn't want the envelope, the green envelope right on the pink. I'd like to have the white buffer in between there. So we'll see how this works. I'll put it about the same distance from here that the photo is over there. Now these I may cut to fit. Let me get that there. And then I thought I would use this coming out here, and I'm gonna cut this. And I thought I would have something, some things coming out so that you can see that it opens. And let's see where this, let me see how this word is gonna fit. I was thinking maybe I could put it down here. I love these big foam words, and you just can't beat the colors. And we tended to do a lot of board games. Let's see, I could do it here and overlap the photo. I don't, because here it's just, you kind of get the idea of what's in that photo. You don't necessarily need to see everything in it. Or I could do it down here. I don't want to actually glue it down yet. So I'm gonna lay it upside down on here, and then we'll get back to it after I kind of see what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna put this, what was that? I just dropped something. I found some neon things. Pick that up, of course. Oh, it's sticking to my nails. Come on, guys. This is absurd. Okay. I found some neon things. This is a kind of a purpley blue that's pretty much the same color as that. So I thought maybe I could use those somewhere. But right now, what I want to do is find one of these things that I can put in here that I can have coming out. Let's see, let me put that here. And I want this not to reach the end there, so I'm gonna have to scooch that in a little bit more. And I'm gonna put this on foam so that it's raised up and has some dimension. So let me, I really want it raised up at the end here. Okay, let me put this in, and I don't want to put it smack centered. Okay, come on. I've got to get it. I'm trying to scooch it in between a foam layer and with this. Okay, that's gonna work, I think. And then I'm going to use one of these wood veneers to kind of push the envelope open a little bit more. Okay, this has been upside down and still it's not flowing. So what was working for a little while yesterday apparently doesn't work overnight. And I'm just kind of down to the end of this bottle. So there we go. I'm gonna scooch this open a bit. Let me get that off of there. Okay, that works there. I've got this little wood veneer bird, and Lord knows there were tons of birds that liked hanging out, particularly in Barrett's bat cave. So I thought I'd put him right there on top of the bat cave. And that's a part of the photo that's not supported. Some of you may be familiar with my printer stopping, the feed mechanism not working on my printer yesterday. So instead of printing on my normal heavier weight paper, I'm printing on thin paper, and I have it backed by cardstock, but I didn't want the matting to extend out beyond here. So there's a little bit right up there on the edges that, okay. And I want to put this envelope over here, kind of over to the left. So I'm going to cut it as well. And I'm going to save those because who doesn't need some neon cardstock in their stash somewhere? I'm going to put some foam on here. And then we'll do the same thing. I'll put a cut file coming out of it, but kind of turning the corner so that it doesn't hit the top, kind of like that. And it's okay if it sticks a little bit up the top. It will stick. It can stick out at the top of the page protector. Is that what I really? Let me see if it works better the other way. Yeah, that actually works better. Let me do it that way. All of these cut files are from the Creative Cuts Club. Is that? Okay, there. I can make it look more like it's laying down. And then I'm going to do the same thing here with a cut wood veneer leaf. And this is a laser cut. These are laser cut leaves that are also from Redefined Creative, owned by the same person as the Creative Cuts Club, Christina Sorge. And I love those leaves. They're just amazing. Now, I have these Flair. I thought I'd mix up. This is the color of the Bat Cave, this is the color of the Playhouse, and this is the trim. So I thought I'd mix them up. Since the Bat Cave is up here, I thought I'd maybe use this one right there. And then the pink one here and the green one down here. We'll see how that works out for me. And I think the title's going to have to go here because I'm doing some clustering kind of stuff there. Okay, there. And then I have little things I'm going to glue on there, but let me get the flares down first. And these flares were picked for color. I couldn't tell you what month release they come from. I keep the current month together because I'm designing from that collection usually. Let me do, since that one goes that way, I'll run this one this way, and I'll do this guy like that. And I'm going to add, because you're seeing flower pots, and we did some extensive landscaping and had lots of potted tropicals around that we had to bring in during the wintertime, and we actually built a kind of a conservatory to hold our plants in the winter. We didn't have to do that in Houston because the weather was, you know, tropical kind of all on its own. But in Georgia, it gets a lot colder in wintertime than it did in Houston. So a lot of the palm trees and tropical florals were not planted in the ground. They were planted so that we could protect them in the winter. Let's see, I'm gonna do this here. I like this little watering can. And I have little wooden starbursts I'm going to put on each flare, just really kind of reinforcing that wood veneer theme. And I find when I look at pages, if something has been kind of superimposed on the, put this one off the flare since I've got the watering can there. This cluster is going to be a little bit differently composed. Now, I've got these neon palm trees, and I'm going to use them on the flare. These are my last two from BrambleFox. Okay, and then I'll do this one the other way. And there were certainly palm trees all around in this yard, so I feel okay about using these. Not just because they're neon, but that's a good part of it. So that kind of adds to that cluster. Now, to add some neon down here, I'm going to layer some neon, this pink neon, over the little flower pot here. Come on. Okay, I knew that was going to happen, that I'd push hard enough and then it would overflow. Okay, so that's good there. And let me find a place to wipe my fingers. I have some stuff in there. Okay, I've also got these neon pieces. Let me wait until I get the title on. This looks like it hasn't been peeled on this one side. I spend so much time peeling Perspextives when I want to use them on pages but no matter how much time I spend, it seems like I'm always, there's always one side, at least, that I've forgotten. Okay, so I'm looking at the page now, trying to see if there's anything I've forgotten. I have tiny things to add, these guys. So I think right now, and I'm not going to use this camera, the little wood veneer camera, because I can't see a place that it would fit in nicely with a cluster. So let's see what the title looks like. And do I want to overlap the photo there? I think so. And I'm thinking that the fact that it kind of has to come up a little bit is okay. So I have these things here, which I could use kind of in conjunction with the title, but it looks like it would kind of crowd things out. So I could put this one here and this one here. That one's kind of full up there, but these are, that makes it kind of too bottom heavy, and I don't think it would make sense up there. I'm gonna just save these for another page, and I may not use these either, although let me see how one would look. as part of these, each cluster. Maybe one, because right here, I'm having such a hard time with my new nails. And I apologize, that is certainly, I need to figure out a way. And I have a tool that should pick these things up, but I typically haven't had to use it, and so I'm not sure where it is. Okay, I'm gonna try to do what I did there, which is kind of hold it from underneath. Here, I probably don't need it, but here, maybe right there, just off that leaf. And I don't think I'm gonna add a whole lot more. I've got some of these little tiny jewels, and I've got this, but I don't think I need them. I think I'm good. So I'll put all this away, and I may add some journaling, maybe type up some strips to go here. But at this point in time, I think the order of the photos and the little journaling I put on top of there kind of tells the story. So I might need some dates or something. So I'm happy with it. And I'm looking at it through the camera, and it looks like this is parallel. This looks like it may be leaning. I may work on it after this glue has dried. It looks like this needs to be, you know, I'm just not going to worry about it. And I like the title, Play, because that's what this was all about. And I'm having trouble picking up the page so that I can show it to you. There's this little lower cluster. There's that one, and there's that one. So thank you for watching. See you tomorrow for, let's see, this is day 24. I'll see you for day 25. Bye.